That's right, Chris. We're working on our fitness this morning. We are live here at PT Gym just off Dawson Road, and Perry Buchanan is the owner here. And Perry, it's about 5:10,
right,
and you have many folks here working out already, but you've been open for about an hour already.
Right. We open at 4 a.m. and we have people ready to get their New Year's resolutions started. So everything's going great.
That is right, because losing weight, getting into the gym, staying fit, getting fit is the #1 New Year's resolution. And you guys have a couple incentives to get folks into the gym working out this New Year's.
Right, we do. Well, first of all, we're getting ready to launch our 8-week weight loss challenge we call I Lost It at the Club. It will officially begin next Monday. We'll be doing weigh-ins this week. And so that's the main
about a week to
internal
get in all
program
those
we're doing.
sweets.
Right. So that kind of gives people an incentive to get started, to get everything geared up, and to hopefully help them reach their New Year's resolutions.
Absolutely. And again, that's a nationwide program that you all are a part of.
It is. It's through an organization called IRSA, the International Health and Racket Sports Association, that we're a member of. And it's a national program, so we get to compare our results with other clubs across the nation, see how we compare. So it's just a fun incentive program and very we've had great results with it. Our last year's a winner, and typically people will lose around 2 pounds a week. So over 8 weeks, they're going to lose an average of 16 pounds. Wow. And I think our last year's winner lost 25 pounds of body fat during that 8 weeks. So
wow, that's wonderful. You mentioned losing 2 pounds a week, and as folks are getting into the gym this New Year's, you don't want to lose too much weight too quickly, and it's not something that's going to happen overnight.
Right, exactly. Well, what you want to do is lose body fat, and if you're losing more than 2 pounds a week, it's not going to be body fat unless you're 300 plus pounds or so. Usually for most people, 1 to 2 pounds a week is a good goal as far as making sure what you do lose is body fat, not just body weight.
And is that by doing things like getting into a gym, eating healthy, all of those combinations?
Yes, the combination of that. You definitely need to be exercising, get your metabolism going, make sure what you do lose is fat and not lean muscle tissue, and with proper nutrition too. You got to watch your calories, but you want to make sure you stay properly nourished. You don't want to starve yourself, but yeah, it's the combination of all those things.
All right, now a couple things unique to PT Gym. We're going to be getting in another one of their rooms and talking about this crazy wall and a contraption of some sort. But another thing that's very unique about this place is this row of machines right here. Talk to me about this.
Right, we have our this is a proprietary program we have here called our Quick Fit Workout. It's the best machines made, called MedX equipment. We do a whole body workout. It's good for someone just beginning, or even our experienced workout people enjoy the efficiency of it, because they can go through a whole body workout in less than a half an hour.
That's awesome. And
anytime they go through this program, it's trainer supervised, so they don't have to worry about setting the machines or anything. We guide them through and progress them as they progress. Right.
And quick, a whole body workout in half an hour. We are live here at PT Gym, again taking care of all your New Year's resolutions. We'll be back with more good days. Stick around. We are live here at PT Gym, getting our workout on this morning. Of course, losing weight and getting fit and staying in shape is the #1 New Year's resolution. So here we are, about a week into the new year. But look at these folks out here getting their workout on. Perry is the owner here at PT Gym, and these guys have been here since about 5:30 this morning.
Right. We have this boot camp class we do at 5:30 a.m. with Michelle, and it's just a high-intensity interval training program. It's great cardiovascular conditioning. It burns an extreme amount of calories.
That's right. And Perry, let's step out of the way over here because we want to show off this class. I mean, these guys, they are doing things with ropes. They are doing lunges. Is there anything they're not doing?
Right. It's a whole body workout for sure. And the battling ropes, the kettlebell swings, the walking lunges, doing the speed hurdles, and then these sliders also that they're doing over here in the corner for working the abdominals. It's just a whole body workout to go from one station to the next with just a minimal amount of rest between stations.
Absolutely.
So it's an intense workout.
You mentioned the full body workout, but I mean, this is cardio, this is weights training. It's all that combined into the entire body.
Right. It's more of a complementary workout. I mean, it's for burning body fat, for overall muscular endurance. It's hard to beat. I would still complement it with some regular weight training, strength training. But as far as if you want to burn a lot of calories, a lot of body fat, yeah, this is a super class to do it.
That's right. You mentioned there's not a whole lot of rest in between these different stations.
Right. That just keeps the heart rate up and just assures you of as I say, burning the most calories by taking the minimal amount of rest. And of course, each individual is different. Some people get started, they're not as fit as others, so you can modify it to your individual level of fitness, though. You just slow down as need be, but it's as intense as you want it to be.
Absolutely. This is certainly an action-packed class. But talk to me a little bit about warming up and cooling down. I mean, here we are in the midst of this workout.
Right.
But how important is stretching?
Well, stretching is very important. I would actually do more stretching at the end of your workout because you don't want to stretch cold muscles. A lot of people use stretching as a warm-up, but really you should get your heart rate up, get the muscles warm before you do some stretching. You could do stretching before workout, after warming up, but more appropriately after the workout is best for overall stretching, but that is very important.
Now, of course, if you come here and take part in this boot camp class, it's all going to be incorporated in. But if someone was just to say, go out for a jog around the neighborhood, or maybe come and work out at a gym, you know, as an individual, how should they warm up and then stretch? I mean, do you want to do a couple of jumping jacks? Do you want to maybe run a couple?
Yeah, it's good to start off with, generally speaking, you know, if you were going to run, you would just start walking, get some blood into muscles, take it at a slower pace, and then gradually increase it. I would warm up probably 5 to 10 minutes, and then you could do some mild stretching, especially for the muscles that are going to be worked. You know, hamstrings for most people are fairly tight, so that would be probably about everyone should stretch their hamstrings, and as I say, any of the other muscles that's going to be involved during your actual workout.
Sure, but I mean stretching, you already did all that workout, and then to spend another 10 minutes stretching after that, why is that so important?
Well, it's just important to make sure that, you know, we just stay flexible around the joints. It's, you know, flexibility, and it's something you can do every day, too. It's, you know, it feels good, it gets the kinks out. I think for a lot of us, we kind of, you know, shorten our workout and don't do the stretching because we don't see the immediate effects from it as far as like we do when we weight train or when we're just doing the cardiovascular type exercise. But like I say, it doesn't take a whole lot of time, but just 5 to 10 minutes, going to make sure we stay flexible, going to keep from possibly injuring the muscles when we do something more strenuous.
Absolutely. Don't want to get hurt. Well, we are live here at PT Gym. We're going to let these guys continue their boot camp class. We're giving you another little tour here coming up in just a few minutes. We'll be back with more Good Day. Stick around. All right, guys, this is 5 pounds of fat, and this is 5 pounds of muscle. Clearly, there is a big difference here. We are live here at PT Gym, learning all about ways to lose weight, get in shape, or maybe just stay in shape here at PT Gym this morning. Perry, talk to me about the difference between these two, though.
Okay, well, we have these as educational tools, especially for a lot of women because they're afraid if they start lifting weights, they're going to look like a
you don't want to bulk up.
Look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And we show them this is what really makes you big. There's, it takes up a lot more space. As I say, it's a misnomer. You know,
well, sure, look at them.
You know, muscle doesn't weigh more than fat. It's more dense. And this stuff, too, helps burn this stuff because this is metabolically active. Fat normally isn't. And like saying, we have a tendency to put this stuff more in certain areas. Whereas with the muscle, we can place it over body. It gives us shape and definition and helps burn the stuff we really want to lose, which is the body fat.
Absolutely. So when you work out, when you eat healthier, fat doesn't turn into muscle. Muscle burns this, so it's just gone. Right,
exactly. You can kind of, you know, give that image as far as we're replacing the body fat, we're putting on some muscle. But muscle doesn't turn to fat, fat doesn't turn to muscle. It's two completely different substances.
Okay, now people are probably saying, wait a second, you're here at a gym. We're in more of an office right now, but this is kind of where the magic happens and the results happen. And that's what people want to see.
Exactly. We consider this the most important part of the club because this is the first step. And what we do very initially, and this is mandatory with everyone, we do what's called a PARQ, a Physical Activity Readiness Questionnaire, because you have some extreme goals, you want to accomplish a lot, you're motivated to do something, but we want to know if you have any orthopedic issues we need to know about.
Want to make sure everyone's safe before they start exercising.
Exactly. Otherwise, you're going to defeat your purpose, and we definitely don't want you to get harmed. So that's the first, always most important in an exercise program is for it to be safe, and then, of course, effective, and then the third thing is as enjoyable as we can make it. But this is where it all starts, and this is the first thing. And then once we determine the best program for you based on your fitness level and based on any limitations, Then for your benefit, we like to track your progress, weight,
Sure. Everybody
body
wants to
fat
see
percentage,
results.
right, any other areas that you want to track. That way it's motivating to you, and it lets us know what we need to do to help you on your program.
Sounds great. Now, of course, when it comes to the gym, most people are concerned about numbers.
Right.
There's certainly numbers on this thing.
Right.
But you're actually telling me that the number on the scale isn't really what you should be going by to track progress.
Right. Well, you should do it in conjunction with your body fat percentage. The
Okay.
scale will tell you a lot, and if you're doing everything right, you probably can go by it. You know that as the numbers going down, you're losing body fat. But when you track your body fat percentage along with the weight, you get a more reliable indication of what's going on. Because you can't just go on a fad diet, not exercise appropriately, lose a ton of weight, but most of what you lose will be that lean muscle tissue.
Sure.
We were
And it
just
comes
showing.
back on very
Right,
quickly.
Exactly. And when it comes back on, it's probably going to be mostly fat that comes back on instead of the lean weight that you lost.
And nobody wants that.
No, that's going to lower your metabolism. That's going to make it easier for you to get fat down the road. So we don't want to accomplish that.
Absolutely. You have a neat little machine right here
Right.
that does the body mass, or excuse me, the body fat percentage.
Right. This is it's called an Omron machine. It's through electrical impedance. And the way this works, it measures your water in your body. Muscle having more water than body fat's how it determines what your body fat percentage is. We use this for most people because it's non-invasive. You can just hold a thing like this and input some numbers, and it's going to read your body fat percentage. We also have the skin fold calipers.
Now this looks like a little bit of a torture device.
Right, and it's a little bit more for a lot of our trainers will use this on our more lean clients, and it's a little bit more invasive because we have to pinch in a couple areas, so maybe a little bit more intimidating. But it's either one. You just don't want to compare the two methods because you may get a little, both of them are accurate to a degree, but you want to make sure that you compare an apples to apples, so to speak.
All right, well, it's all about results. We are live here at PT Gym, going to be here a little bit longer this morning, getting all your New Year's resolutions set and hopefully accomplished in 2013. Back to you guys in the studio. Welcome back to Good Day, everyone. We are live here at PT Gym this morning talking all about New Year's resolutions, trying to get you fit or maybe to stay fit in the year 2013. Now, we've given you a couple ideas for workouts you can do at home, talked to you all about, maybe avoiding some of the scary things about coming to a gym. But now it's time for me to get my fitness on. And Perry, we can do that with this wall right here.
Right. This is a unique system. We call this our kinesis wall.
Okay.
It's a station of four different stations, and we normally do this either on one-on-one personal training or usually in a small group format.
And this is one of the only one in the southwest Georgia area, but only one of a very few in the entire southeast.
Right. This is a unique system. We're one of the few personal training studios around that has this particular equipment. It's real functional. That's the main difference between this and the standard two-dimensional machines. With this kinesis pulleys, they're tridimensional, means they go from all different planes, so they burn 35% more calories than like on a traditional fixed machines do.
Sounds great. Well, let's hop on it. Okay. Talked about some of these. You just kind of go down the line here?
Sure.
Okay.
This first station is more, and you can literally do over 100 different exercises on this wall, but I'll show you some real basic movements here, or you can demonstrate.
Well, here, let's have you demonstrate it, and then we'll show how easy it is if I can do this.
Pulley, station, you can do pushing and pulling movements. So this would be like a chest press, work through your chest, shoulders, triceps.
Okay.
And then you can turn around and do a rowing movement. As I say, I'm showing you real simple movements now, but you can do tridimensional things where you pull.
How neat.
So the trainer would have normally four to six people set up, and then they would go through a series of different exercises on this. The next station here, going from the ground, you can do standard curl type movements or doing upright movements with this.
Sure. Now I notice here it's got a little bit of a weight system here.
Right. So you could, depending on, the great thing about these machines too, as you're doing them, if you overestimate how much weight you can use, they get heavy, you can just step back toward the machine, and just from the leverage of it, it gets a little lighter also.
Okay.
But yes, they do increase in resistances. They're standard weight resistance machines. The stacks are just hidden behind the wall here.
Nice.
But
Now
yeah,
talk to
they're
me
very variable.
about increasing weights.
Right.
You obviously don't want to start out too heavy, but when is the time that you want to increase the weights a little bit?
Well, it depends on the individual and how far along you are in your exercise program. Normally, on standard strength training exercises, the last repetition of that particular set should take you to momentary failure. So when you can get, and generally speaking, between 10 to 15 repetitions for this overall general conditioning and muscle endurance and strength is a good range. So if you can do more repetitions than that, then you probably need to be increasing your weight. So basing on how many repetitions you can do per set would determine how much weight to use.
All right, and you do want to include weight training along with cardio and, of course, a healthy diet.
Yes, definitely. Those are the three components, really, and as we mentioned before, and it's good also making sure along with that you're doing stretching for overall flexibility of the muscles, even though with this type experience with the strength training, it will give you some flexibility stretching movements as well. But yeah, you want to include all those components.
Well, how neat. They've got this here at PT Gym. Hopefully you can start off 2013 doing great. They've got a big little contest going on. It's a nationwide contest. So come on down. You've still got about a week to enter that. Live here at PT Gym. Chris, back on over to you.